Every once in a while, I like to surprise you by reviewing something current. After the QC disaster that was MP-29 or Rodimus Convoy, Takara gave this character another shot. This is MP-28 Cybertron Cavalier Hot Rodimus. It's basically Hot Rod, minus the ability to convert to Rodimus Prime. Naturally, you get the collector's card. This one features a different style of artwork, though you still have the tech specs and stock images on the back. You also have these 4 accessories. And something I didn't get with Lambor is this cardboard case designed like Hot Rod's chest, which unfolds to reveal a commemorative coin. At the heart of the Matrix, no less. Above that is his motto. As always, the eager young Autobot is a futuristic race car. And according to the 1986 movie, this is what cars would look like by 2005. Actually, I hear the Classics toy was based on the Dome Zero. I don't know if that applies to this or other versions of Hot Rod. Since this isn't a licensed vehicle, all this has to be is show accurate. Which itself isn't easy, but I think they did a top job. The main colour is more of a magenta compared to the standard red of Lambor. It contrasts well with the blue, neon orange and yellow, including the tamper-graphed flame on the hood. If Hasbro were to release this, I'm sure this would be done in a muted red, just as they did to Rodimus Prime. Design-wise, this is incredibly sleek. Some might say squat, but looking at screenshots, that's pretty dead on, as are those small front wheels everyone brings up. It also captures the curves and slopes surrounding the windshield, as well as all the futuristic-looking details, like the high-tech headlights, the engine on the hood, the chrome exhausts that run across the sides. And where would he be without his spoiler? KISS players and alternators. Given what I've heard of MP-09, I can confirm that this car feels rock solid, though unless I've done something wrong, his ground clearance isn't very good. It doesn't bother me that much, since I don't go with these. The guns can plug into the engine, just like on the old toy, or these twin ports near the spoiler. You can display him on MP-22's or Ultra Magnus's trailer, and since he's only slightly wider than Lambor, he can presumably fit inside Convoy's trailer too. MP-28's transformation is not nearly as frustrating as I thought it'd be. The arms are a tad finicky in both directions, but nothing falls off and everything locks in place. Another step up from their last attempt. It's weird how Sideswipes and Hot Rod's G1 toys have somewhat similar transformations, yet their masterpiece figures differ quite a bit. That's because Hot Rod's animation model is much more slender than Sideswipes. They couldn't get away with using the rear of the car for his legs, so they pretty much had to wrap his lower body inside a shell which folds up on his back. I like how doing so fleshes out these vents or thrusters. Despite how bulky his backpack is, you quickly get used to it. Though there are a couple of things about him that look a little off. The chest is not nearly as wide as it is in pictures, but it's still pretty big, very flat, and it should be rounded towards the waistline. That's one thing MP9 does better in my opinion. And like that other figure, the chest opens up, revealing a cavity for MP10's, and only MP10's, matrix. Second, and it might just be me, but he seems very lanky. You haven't got the touch yet, pal. If only his legs were just a bit bulkier. Nitpicking aside, there's no denying this is Hot Rod. From the colours to the spoiler on his back, part of the exhausts form those classic arm cannons, and as always, the head sculpt is perfect. I'm going to be saying that a lot in these reviews, aren't I? To reveal the visor, open his thinking cap and flip it out manually. As with Lambor, we have over 20 points of articulation. I mean, this guy is just loaded with swivels, hinges and metal pin joints. and in what may be a rarity for this line, his hips are ball and sockets. Maybe his legs are as long as they are so they could work in those double knees, enabling him to sit Indian style. Yep, that's his fishing line from his opening scene in the '86 movie. He holds it well, though not in both hands at once, unless you break one of his shoulders. Figuratively. Size-wise, Hot Rodimus comes up to Magnus's torso, though he's much taller than Lambor. Is this accurate? I can't say. We never saw those two together, outside of this one scene in Headmasters. He certainly grips his guns a lot better, and this Hot Rod has a much more impressive saw blade. After Rodimus' convoy's less than high reputation, I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. Solid in both modes, fun transformation and accessories, works for me. Maybe I've been too harsh on MP-29, in that most of its faults could be attributed to an overly ambitious design, which I can appreciate. Though as this figure proves, sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. Will we get a brand new Rodimus Prime just as Rodimus Prime? I don't know, I have my sights elsewhere.